Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to more Slay the Spire mods. We're playing the MARISA mod today. I don't know what the hell the Tuhu project is, but I'm assuming it's an anime because this chick is pretty anime. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, we will hop in here. Whenever we play a card, we gain a charge up. I always love when my starting relic does something that I have no friggin' clue what it's talking about. Usually is going to result in a good time for us. So we are MARISA. I will take... You know what? Give me the max HP. My only reasoning for that is we might as well figure out our combat before we get to an elite. Just so we can figure out what the shtick is with this beautiful lady here. So, charge up. For every 8 stacks, double the damage of your next attack. Okay. Okay. That makes sense then. So whenever you play a card, you get a charge up, and then 8 of them gives you a little big boy action there. So this makes sense. I will smack you. We get 1 charge up, and then we smack you. We get 2 charge up. Actually, we get like 5 charge up because every single card is a charge up, and then that 1 was a charge up inherently. Fair enough. And then we also have a Master Spark. So amplify, pay extra energy for its effect when you have enough. Okay, I mean that's actually a really interesting mechanic. So I'm assuming this means that this would be 11 damage, but it would cost 2. Exactly. Okay, cool. I'm with it. That's not too bad in the slightest. I think there was maybe a way that we could have killed him on this one, but that's fine. I mean, this is gonna do... I have 9 stacks of charge up, granting you 2 times damage. Okay, cool. And then it goes down. Alright. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm good. This makes sense. I can work with this. This isn't one that's going to break my brain too much. So 4 damage. Increase the damage of all spark cards in your hand by the unblocked damage dealt. Yo, that seems really good. If I build around... I mean, these are spark... Dude, this is really good. Like, really, really good. Whenever charge up is consumed, deal 8 damage to all enemies. Also really good as a power, but let's go for this one. I think that this has the opportunity to be very dumb, and those are some really awesome ones to get. Holy crap, dude, that becomes a 20 damage. Well, I mean, 2 energy, 20 damage. It's still very good. And then this also becomes very good. So we could end up increasing the damage of like all of our cards by like 9, which is insane. So like boom, and now all... Holy crap, man. I'm seeing how this character can be pretty friggin' strong. What we need is some defense. That's where we're gonna end up in a tough scenario. Okay, and that's not a permanent change, is what I'm now realizing. But you know what? I think that that's a pretty safe thing to have happen here. So boom. This is going to do double damage. Beautiful. There's a lot of figuring out the math behind when things are going to activate in certain ways, but I'm with it. I'm with it. 2 random cards to your hand. Put a card from your hand on top of the draw pile. Not too interested. Gain gold equal to the unblocked damage dealt, and when we could double that gold that we gain, deal damage equal to 2 times the number of cards in your hand. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really care for any of those because they're not really helping us with the direction that we want to go with this. So I'm going to just happily not worry too much about any of this. We're going to do a little bit of that, which is going to do 9 damage. These are all going to do a butt ton of damage now. This is 20 damage at my man. Very good. If we time that correctly, I mean, we could end up having that do like 40 damage to enemies, more or less. Good place to be in. 6 damage, add a spark to your hand. Attack card costs 0 energy and exhausts upon use. See, this is the kind of thing I'm interested in. This is the kind of thing I'm interested in, because as long as we have a spark to light your fancy, your mind sees more than what your eyes see. But we could end up with a really good amount of damage on this when you have that other thing active. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're going, Tyler, you're freaking crazy. There's a good chance there as well. But like, with this scenario, we get extra energy, and then, oh, it's going to be real dang good, dude. Real dang good. I like this. It's a very strong character, but it's making me think a little bit, which is honestly good enough for me in terms of a good character. And you're dead, my dude. Very good. Lantern's awesome. Star Barrage. Deals 7 damage one time. Every time a card's played, deals damage 1 additional time. Wow. Small deck makes this very good. I'm just not sure it's something that with the deck that we're building, I'm not sure this is the right idea for us. Yeah, I'm not overly interested in any of these. I mean, this is okay. It's a draw, which is fine. And then some of those cards get upgraded. I think that we want to keep the deck pretty thin, though, in its current state. I think that making this do 5 damage, 2 charge up is absolutely going to be the right thing. It's kind of the neutralize of this character is what I'm seeing. So, Spark, and then obviously, you're kind of in a scenario you want to play every card as this guy. We could have done Gambler's Brew as well, and that would have been acceptable. But, boom, 22 damage, 6 damage. It's just too easy. It's a very, very good scenario. Draw 2 cards, exhaust 2 cards. You have 8 or more charge up, lose 8 charge up, and gain energy. Way too much going on in that. Exhaust up to X+1 cards, deal 3 damage to a random enemy 2 times for each card you exhausted, or 3 times for each burn exhausted. So there must be a burn strat with this character as well. I actually like the idea of drawing cards but exhausting cards. Like, it's actually kind of cool as an idea. Omamori's fine. I'm not going to get too excited about it, but it's fine. I think that this is a good Lee's Waffle play, just because we're a little bit low on the old HP, but we could just heal. Is there anything else that I would rather have? I mean, let's take a look at these. Deal 1 damage, add a Rising Sweep, a Spark, and a Witch Ley Line. I mean, I don't know what most of those are, so it's a bit of an issue. Deal 13 damage, cost 0 if you have activated an Amplify effect. Okay, and amplifies are the ones that require extra energy. Fair enough. This is pretty good as a power, I feel. I mean, this is actually really good when you... Nah, I don't know. I'm iffy on that. Shuffle 5 random card. We know about that. Apply 2 vulnerable. Amplify, apply 2 vulnerable to all enemies. Dude, I'm going to be honest. This is a good card. It's actually a very good card. And then I'll take Preserved Insect. I know we have another shop basically right up ahead. I'm going to go for the Elite, and we're going to rest here just to ensure that we can make that happen. Yeah, I was going to say pretty much a 0% chance we can afford anything in that shop. But let's fight the Elite. I think that we have a really good chance to kind of annihilate this one. So, like, boom. Exhaust those. And then we have no interest in really doing much here, because we don't want to break them. But we want to get a charge up ready. And we will actually get there here. So... maybe. Boom. This will use an extra energy. This will be 9 damage. You know what? Spore Crump is not as good as I maybe wanted it to be. Is what I'm learning. And then you do this. No, you don't do that. You do this. Followed by this. And now he's super vulnerable. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, we're going to end up with a massive attack here. Is not that great, though. What do we have out here? I mean, Master Spark is what we're looking for, because it basically just bodies him. So give me a Master? Yeah, okay. So this is a 60 damage card. Okay, yeah, I mean, then you can't really be mad about that, right? So new potion. Exhaust a card. The effect of this potion depends on the type of the... okay, interesting. Lot to think about. I did like Witch of Greed, and I think that there's a chance that we could make that work. But for 2 cost, instant kill those with 15 or less HP. I'm not interested Really, 4 damage to all enemies is nothing. Remove a random buff from your target if it is not a boss enemy. Deal 8 damage. Amplify, remove all buffs and deal 13 damage instead. I'm going to stick with the setup we have. I'm getting a little bit, maybe stuck in my ways on this one is what I'm going to call it. But I think that this thin deck spark thing we have going on is the right play. So like 20 to you, some charge up, you smack. That actually didn't spend extra energy. Yes, it did because of the lantern. Fair enough. Okay. Smack. You don't want to use your charge up on that. You want to use it on something like Master Spark. Yeah. But you want to do something like this first. And then you want to do this for 60. And then you're good. And you're happy. And life is but a dream. I think that's a pretty good scenario for us to be in, actually. Charge up. I think this is absolutely a defense scenario. Do you want to do 12 damage, or do you want to wait and do like 60 damage? And this is a very easy solution. You want to wait. You want to do 60 damage. Instead, I will do 16 and add an upgraded spark to my hand. I think that's a little bit more valuable. We're doing fine. Got to get the charge up going a little bit more here. Give me this. We're going to exhaust that. We're going to exhaust a simple spark. And then we're going to do this. Gain some charge up. And then this is going to do a lot of damage. Okay. I'm surprisingly understanding this a good amount. Although you're probably going to be like, hey, Tyler, you're actually like not understanding it at all. And you're going to lose this run. Which is fair. I still might. You're not necessarily wrong. We are in a little bit of a weird spot right now. Let's exhaust. Oh, gotcha. So wait. Status is a fire potion? Okay, I would like to. I have no way to actually discard this card. Every time it comes down here, it just gets rid of it. So, apparently this potion is just totally broken. That's fun. No interest in messing with that, then. I would rather not do this because we know we're going to grab something that's going to be better on the next one. So, let's just wait. And you're hoping to grab Master Spark. You're probably dead, though, is what I'm now realizing. Yeah. I mean, like, you're super dead here. So maybe I don't know what I'm doing is what this is going to boil down to. Okay, fair enough. You know what? I'm actually totally fine with this because now we get to go back in. And now we get to try, like, a brand new kind of setup for us to work with here. So give me a rare card and let's build around the rare card. So amplify effects cost no energy. Holy crap, dude. That's a really good power. That's a really good power. No longer take damage from burn. Whenever you exhaust a burn, gain strength. Whenever you play a card that costs 0, increase the damage of a random attack. Nah, we're going full amplify meta. This seems like a very, very strong card, especially at a very low cost. Like, a two cost card to have every, like, 2 cost effect be free in the future is crazy good. Like, this is a 15 damage card now. Correct? Yeah, it definitely hit for 15. This is insane, I think. Like, am I losing my mind, or is this, like, the best card in the game? So because of that, I mean, we want to look at everything that does stuff. Like, this reduce the enemy's strength basically by 4. And we can repeatedly do that because it doesn't exhaust. Wow, that's really good. Give me the relic. Is war paint 2 defends? Look, not really the most ideal scenario in the world, but we can come right over here, do a little remove on old regret, and life is fine. I actually really liked this asteroid card, so I'm going to buy that. Absolutely. A very good thing to snag here. Automatically get the good stuff out, and then you're going to be doing stupid amounts of damage as you go throughout this. So that's 8 block next turn as well. Continues to just be really dumb, in my opinion. That's such a strong scenario. So this is going to put -4 strength on him and do 14 damage to him. Boy, maybe I am like miscomprehending how this character is supposed to be hard. I know that you're looking at me going, "Hey, stupid! You literally just lost." So, I mean, this is always going to be costing 0 as well. When you think of things like that, you're sitting there going, "What the hell? What did I do to deserve such a beautiful, beautiful run?" This becomes innate as well. Get that out immediately. I love the idea of that, but I'm kind of in a position where why not go for something a little bit more robust? I mean, that becomes -6 strength on an enemy repeatedly. Dude, why do I feel like this is really good? I'm just going to keep on repeating the same thing because I just continue to think that it is, in fact, very good. I'm just confused, is all. So, like, this is going to do 9 damage and put you at hitting me for 2. Wow. Now, it's just for this turn, which is fair. I mean, that's not as strong, maybe, as I thought. But, that's still, like, that's still a very strong thing and bodies a lot of enemies. Like, once again, we can do it here. And that's going to be, like, very good. And then this is going to do 30 damage, and we're going to completely flawless this man and get Shuriken. Okay. Choose up to 2 cards to upgrade and retain. I like that a lot, actually. But could be useless depending on how we upgrade things. Deal 8 damage, deal double damage if there's no cards in your discard pile. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I don't like any of these. I'm just gonna kind of waltz on past them. Let's go for this being an 11 block card. This is basically just a insanely good dodge and roll for us now, which I'm not mad about in the slightest. We're gonna go fight the elite because I think that we are more than prepared to fight the elite here. So it doesn't really matter because I'm going to play this anyway and then just put up the block. And we're going to take 2 damage, but I'm not overly concerned about that. Give me... you want to get this out there and then smack him for 9. The kind of whatever doesn't matter there. It's actually smack him for a significantly more amount. I'm going to wait because we can double the damage on the next attack and then just kill him on this turn. 18. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gain 5 charge up. Pretty good. Pretty good. Exhaust a random card, add a shooting echo to your hand. And deal 9 damage. And then it exhausts. But we can exhaust a card, which allows me to kind of mess with some curses and status effects and things like that. So I will mess with it. We don't want to do crap until we end up with our good boy here. I will do Asteroid Belt, and I will hit you to get a little bit of charge up. And we should be playing defense to get the charge up meter going. That's my bad. I should have been doing that. But then we can do this. And this is actually a terrible, terrible hand for us. Let's exhaust. Wow, it exhausts a random card. That is completely different. Oh, and it gives me this friggin' card back. It's a shooting echo. Fair enough. I understand. The implications of that card are there, and I don't care for it, to be honest. I actually think that is in there in the horrible amount of things. Let's weaken you just to make life a little bit easier for us. I mean, we've got charge up out the ass right now. There's got to be a weird thing you can do with that as well to do like a lot of charge up and then have things that, you know, do charge up back or something like that. There's something there, I'm sure. I absolutely botched that. We were at full charge up. He might be dead, actually, if I didn't botch that. But he might be dead on this turn, too. So 10 block next turn. This is a 15 damage card. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, cool. That was a very good fight. Strawberry's fine. Nothing I'm going to be too interested in. Another millisecond pulsars is not what you need. This is pretty good as a block card. Although it exhausts, I think that's very good. And then random damage to a random enemy 4 times. I don't know, man. I'll take this just to try it out and see what we can do with it, but I didn't really care for any of those. So 14 damage deals an additional 1 for each card in your exhaust pile. Not interested. Random attack to your hand, deal damage equal to the damage of the card added. That's funky. Very chaos oriented. 5 block, draw a card. All attacks in your hand deal 1 additional damage. 5 block, you can't activate amplify effects this turn. Never. And 1 time each turn, when you activate an amplify attack, you put an attack from your discard pile into your hand. That's intriguing. That's intriguing. This is pretty good, actually. Like, I know I kind of talked down on it to begin with, but it doesn't exhaust. It's not a power. You can get that out several times. There's some interesting implications there. So 9 damage to a random enemy is going to amplify it, so it's going to do it twice. Or I can just smack you for 15. Feel like I would rather smack you for 15, smack you for 13. Yeah, that was 100% the right play. Don't let anybody tell you differently. 20 damage. We're not gonna necessarily get there, so let's do it like this. Smack you for that. He's done in the next turn. We're good. We're good. Okay, charge up. 18 damage. Good life. Do I care about any of this? I don't think so. We're starting to know the cards, which is a benefit for us, for sure. So I have no debuffs. I'd rather smack... I'll smack you for 15. It actually, that's one of those scenarios where it doesn't really matter that we use the amplify before our other boy got out. I mean, this is literally, he does 0 damage this turn, so... We're going to kill him before we even get our good power out, which is why we need to start making that thing innate. Like, that's going to be way more beneficial for us to make that innate in the future here. But 28 damage, bing, bang, boom. And we're good. I am going to Smith, and I'm going to make sure... Although, because of Slime Man, we don't necessarily need to do this now. I feel like I'd rather, you know, something like Master Spark to do that extra damage, I think has a little bit more value. We have 2 flex potions, and I'm not afraid to use them, to be honest. So, let's get this out. Let's get this out. We've done an amplify, so we can smack you for a little. We're looking to get our amplify boy out. And still not here. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. I will do this to just do 9 damage, but now we're in a position where we have a charge up ready for probably shooting Echo. Right? I think so. Let's bump the strength and give me the energy as well. And let's just go all in on this one. That's another 20 damage. Another 20 damage. Yeah, I mean, that was whack. that was a very strange play, but I'm very with it as well. So the amplify is no longer going to matter. So you're gone. Then on top of that, you're gone. You're both dead because it amplified. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty good fight is what I'm going to say. 9 damage to a random enemy for every 4 relics you have. So I got 5 relics, so that's 9 damage to a random enemy. It'll get better. Wow, it'll actually get a lot better. 14 damage, deal 7 damage for each burn. It doesn't matter to me. Choose to add either a black flare star or a white wharf to your hand. I don't know what the hell those do. However, I feel like having both of them has some value. So let's go for it and let's figure it out. I think we need Busted Crown. We need the energy to make this run kind of work real nice. And then we'll just continue on. I think we're in a good position, just inherently from the kind of situation that we're in. This is one of those scenarios where I genuinely think we just want to do this. There's not a lot here that was of a lot of value to me. And, I mean, 21 damage to him, or to get millisecond pulsars out here. It's 20, well, no. You get this out there, and then you just suck it up, and you move on. The power is going to benefit you way more over the course of this run. Let's do this, and let's just see. So, can only be played when you have 4 or more cards in your hand. Discard any number of cards from your hand and gain 4 block. Can only be played when you have 4 or less cards. Deal 15 damage, 1.5 times the size of your discard pile. Weird, but sure. I have 4 or more cards. Understood. Okay, reduce your strength. So now you do nothing to me this turn. Dude, this card gets nuts. Like, smack you for 32. You get the burns in your hand, sure. But then Black Flare just gets rid of them. Okay, I understand the synergy. This is dumb, dude. This is really dumb. I like it. It's very good. You're breaking my brain a little bit, game, but that is neither here nor there. I comprehend a little bit what's going on, just not enough to feel amazing about comprehending it. But this is whack. I like it. Okay. Next turn, gain energy. Amplify effects cost no energy. It doesn't matter, although it's a 0 cost to gain energy next turn, which doesn't actually benefit us. So I'm actually not going to take it. I don't think there's value to that. So, yes. This isn't going to do crap quite yet, though. This will cost 2. But that's okay, because now we're going to discard these and then hit you for 7. Puts the burns in my hand, but don't matter. And this guy's got, like, barely any block, which is a good place for us to be in. So, amplify. And then, honestly, put up 12 block. And then I'll just smack you twice. He's probably dead on the next turn, which is whack that we handled this guy this easily. Okay, never mind. He won't be dead on this turn. Instead, I will block up everything on Earth here. And we'll take no damage as a result of it, and then kill him on this turn when we inevitably draw something like this. Followed by that. Okay, it's fine. Which agreed, look, you've tried to give it to me about 400 times now. I will remove a card, and very basically, I will remove a Simple Spark, also known as a Simple Strike. Oh, give me the good face, bad face. Starting week sucks, but life goes on. I am setting myself up for 2 elite fights here. A little bit dangerous. I'm not going to deny that in the slightest. We hoped and prayed it didn't hit you, but it did hit you, so life goes on. Discard these bad boys. For 8 block. And then we have no interest in playing this, really. Just throw it into the discard pile, and we're going to hope that it comes back around when we're at a later date. Obviously, that card benefits from us having a very, very large deck on this one. Which is okay. I mean, you can end up with some funky stuff. Shooting Echo is also just a very, very weird card. I don't know who thought of that one, but it's a brain buster for sure. We've removed that effect, which is sick. I will play my defense for free now. Not for free, but without any fear, I guess. And what an awesome turn right there. It works surprisingly well, and the extra strength as a little bit of a benefit is just as nice. So we are going to be in a position where we will be playing White Dwarf on this one. It's only going to do 8 damage. Kind of sucks. It's the weakness that, like, really sucks, but I understand how you can end up with the burns in your deck now. Makes a lot of sense. Can only be played when you have 4 or more cards. Understood. So we'll take 8 damage here. There's almost too much going on for me to comprehend what life even is at this point. But, we'll go for it. And Book of Stabbing, I mean, this is going to be a pain in the rear for us. So boom, followed by boom, followed by boom. It's actually a very, very easy scenario to figure out here. You get the extra strength. He's hitting for nothing. We want to get that card around basically as quickly as possible. So Milky Way, binary stars. Now we want to discard you and you. We get 4 black for each of them. We want to put this up. We want to do 44 damage to you now. And then sure, I will also do 16 damage to you now. Because maybe you're going to be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. Okay, sure. There is a reference to Oasis's magnum opus somewhere in there that I neglected to find. Okay. This is fine. 35 black. He'll be dead on the next turn. This was actually a very good fight for us. Simple Spark for 8. Good stuff. Unstable Bomb. Don't care, although... Boy, it is interesting. With the strength gain we're getting, this could actually be intriguing for us. And with Jax, it could be very intriguing for us. Dude, it's actually very intriguing. I will take Jax. We're going to make Unstable Bomb part of our good stuff here. So, let's binary star. That makes this free. And then I will discard those to do 8 damage to you. Puts the burns in my hand, but life goes on. The worst part is this man's going to attack now. And that's very rude. So 22 damage kills you. Minus 6 strength on you makes you way more reasonable to attack here. And that's the benefit of a card like that. It bodies enemies like this son of a gun. So 6 to 12 damage randomly 4 times. Yeah. So that's like, that was a lot of damage at my boy. And that's all this strength gain. I should have played the defense, dude. I gotta stop doing that. Okay. So think about this. Milky Way. 8. 26 to him was fine. We can exhaust the White Dwarf. I actually don't care. But I would rather do something like this. Do we want to exhaust the White Dwarf or do we want to play the White Dwarf? I mean, we want to exhaust it because the shooting echo is just better. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. So removing a debuff, I don't have one. So 5 to 8 damage 4 times. Yeah, I mean, that's a really solid fight. Blue Candle's good. So, I mean, Refraction Spark was fun. I did enjoy it. But I don't necessarily think that it's what we need on this run. Let's go for the... Let's go for the double upgrade into the shop, basically. Boy, that gets really, really dumb, man. It gets really dumb. What is the upgrade on this? And upgrade. Okay, I don't know what the upgrades are, so that's fair. 11 block, 18 damage on that bad boy. I mean, dude, this being innate is massively important to our success on this run. So I'm gonna go for the upgrade there. And that way we just literally jump the gun and make sure we get it out immediately. And then we'll do this. Discard these. And then you play this for 8. It adds the burns, but I don't know. I don't actually think that card is really that good. And maybe you might be looking at me going, could have fooled me. You've used it like every single time here. But I'm iffy on it. Just because it's a little bit like you think it's helping, but then the burns don't actually really help. So then it's a weird scenario. So I feel like, I mean, this is going to do 22 damage to the other guy as well. And remove that. Okay. And then 15 damage. Put up as much block as humanly possible. That's a charge up there. This is 26 damage shooting echo. You might as well, right? I mean, this guy's down to 10 health. He's dead on the next turn, so not an issue. Yeah, just play that. Is good. Grand Cross has been a little bit better than I maybe expected it to be. So another upgrade. Let's go. Dude, I like Unstable Bomb. Although I'm interested in upgrading the stars or black holes or whatever it is, just to see if we can maybe do something a little funkier with that. So give me that strength gain. Boom. Give me that. Good stuff. We're taking no damage, but that was mainly a prep turn. You know, we kind of have a prep turn going on each turn now. So 22 damage. Give me a charge up. This, and then this does 44 now. Give me this. We're going to... We can't discard, but we can kill you now. It's exactly what we wanted. And then we can discard, and we can discard all of those. And it gives us block, but the block don't matter. If we had a way to roll over block, maybe that'd be a little bit more valuable. But now, because of this, very dumb synergy to be able to keep on doing that, but I'm with it. Okay, we don't want that. Shop, what do you got for me? Bottled Tornado. I mean, it's basically just making a power innate, which we already did, so not overly interested. Tiny Chest is fine. That's one of those, you might as well take it. And then Simple Sparks, we can just remove. Good stuff. We'll continue on. I have no reason to rest, I don't think. Let's do this. We'll get the upgraded Black Flare star and see if that does anything of super value to us. But good force turn to get all the stuffs out we want. You know what? Just remove that little debuff as well, and life is but a dream. I'll even pop the regen, and we're probably going to pop the weak as well on him soon. I just want to get kind of this stuff going first. So, charge up. Give me these bad boys. So this is now 2 times the size of your discard. Okay, I like it, and this gives you 5 block from each. Good stuff. Let's do that. And then do this. This is a 46 damage card. And then that exhausts our burns. Yo, that was a really good play. And I don't care anyone that says differently. It was a very good play. Unstable Bomb is going to be dumb here. But we'd rather do this first. And it hit the strength on him, which is even more sick. So then you do this here. You do boom. You do boom. And this is 10 to 16 4 times, dude. Very good. Very, very good. And you get the extra strength out of it, which is even better. Shuriken is starting to become very nice for us. So we get that going. Smack ya. Of course, you want to play everything possible that you can just to ensure that you're getting maximum strength gain and maximum charge up gain. This is a little bit messy. But, I mean, that's an 18 damage scenario. This is where you throw the weakness in. You're going to take 7 damage here. Look, man, I'm not looking to flawless these bosses. I'm looking to just have a good time. So, boom. Give me the charge up. I would rather Unstable Bomb. And then, honestly, I'd rather Shooting Echo twice than have that card for free occasionally. So, that's totally fine. We'll take the 2 damage. I will Jax yet again, and we're now in a situation where this is 18 damage 4 times, and because of this, you're dead. Okay, very good. Very good. I feel like I've learned how to play the game. Whenever you play a card that costs 0, increases damage of a random attack by 2. No thank you, I'm good. So Pandora's Box, I mean, look, it could be dumb. And I'm going to do it just for the dumb. So Spore Crump, we know about that. It basically costing 0 forever is sick. This with, I mean, this is going to be really good, man. With our strength gain, very good. Which agreed, finally made it into the deck. Remove a random buff from your target. If it's not a boss enemy, deal 8 damage. Sure. Add a random attack, deal, okay. Add 2 random cards. So we do have a bit of an issue on this one called there's no block in our deck. So I'm going to prioritize that shop to hopefully add a block to our deck. But, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. It's a little bit... It's a little scary here. We'll put up as much block as possible. You're still going to take some damage, but I mean, we basically rolled every block card we have except for the one. So this is vulnerable to all people. Good stuff. The one block card, the one that gives you Asteroid, that gives you another couple extra, is really the only thing that we ended up in a situation. What the hell is this? 41 damage to all enemies. Costs 1 less for each card containing Spark Blade. What a dumb card, dude. So that's in my deck now. Not sure how we're ever going to play that, but sure. So I'm going to end up in a lot of pain on this fight, is all I'm going to say. But I suppose we shall see. This is 49 damage. Dude, I think I'd rather kill one of them. No, I mean... No, I'd rather do that much. And we're still going to take 2 off of this. But we're starting off with some block. If we get lucky, we'll be able to kill him here. So give me the block, and then... Boom. Yeah, okay, we got you. Fair enough. That went fine. A smoke bomb. Dude, apply 99 weak. Fair enough. Give me another asteroid belt. Sadly, no. In fact, sadly, no block whatsoever here. Yeah, this is not going to work too hot for me. Give me a removal on this card that I'm never going to use. Okay, that's fine. Little card removal never hurt. Keeping the deck a little bit thinner. I mean, under 20. It's fair. You know, it's not amazing, but it's fair. I mean, let's get the power out here. And then 15 damage, or do you want to go for a little bit of a... Oh, where are we at on Shuriken? We'd rather play another attack here. Although we could have with binary stars, I suppose. Probably the wrong play there. Give me the extra strength. I think we're going to need it on this fight. I'm hoping that this isn't one where we end up in a scenario where we are just super dead, but it's looking a little bit messy here. Do 24 damage to you. See, this is the kind of fight where genuinely I'm interested in just smoke bombing it, because we don't have a way to hit a lot of enemies at once. Our damage becomes very good quickly, which I suppose kind of is the benefit. And look, I didn't read the thing, but it said 51 damage, so I just went with it, and that's fine. Gain block. No, dude, that's horrible. Okay, lose. Honestly, Witch of Greed, you snuck in. Now get the hell back out. Give me another asteroid belt. That's a beautiful, beautiful card to grab. Okay. Am I going to fight an elite? I think you're going to go for it. Yeah, solely because you have no reason really not to, I feel. Also, I will just literally block up because he's going to do 6 to me. 5, fair enough. Smack you there. You're not going to do nothing to me, so I suppose in the end, not necessarily amazing. Random attack. 21 damage, deals 7 for each burn. It's a 31 damage card. I'm just going to be fine with that. And the weakness is gone. What we should have absolutely done stuff with that beforehand. It's my bad, dude. So extra strength. You might as well binary star here. You might as well do this. And, I mean, this is a dumb turn in terms of damage. Pretty good, actually. And you're in a position where a very lucky draw, and he might be dead. So let's discard. Oh, my God, dude. This is a 60 damage card. I mean, you're more than dead, my dude. You gotta be kidding me. My man ain't dead? You're dead. Okay. That was a little bit whack, is all I'm going to say. So fight the elite. And if it goes poor, we'll just yeet ourselves out of here, is kind of my reasoning for doing this fight. So this is a possibility of 20 damage, or we put up block that doesn't matter, or we exhaust one of these. I mean, I think that unstable bomb is kind of our card that leads to success. So I'm going to continue to do that. So, literally make you do nothing this turn. That was a waste of my time. And then we'll do this. It so doesn't matter, and that's what sucks about this, because this does no damage to my boy. Why would you do it and add the burns to your hand knowing it does no damage to him? You're an idiot, Tyler. Okay, fair enough. Vulnerable. Remove a debuff, which we don't have. And then... Okay. Hit you for 34. Hit you for 24. Hit you for, what was like 72? I'll take the 25 damage. I'm actually not... I'm not mad about this. Now, this turn sucks, man. It's real terrible. And he's just gonna weaken me. No, he's just gonna put more burns in my deck. On the bright side, he is dead. Because you do this, followed by this, and he's dead. But that was dumb. I hated it. I would love to throw some curses in my deck. If possible. It's probably not gonna happen, but... if possible, it would be fantastic to do that. I don't know. What we got here? 15? Fair enough. I don't know what the benefit of this card is. Oh, it's a buff from your target. So, wait a minute. That is so weird, dude. How is this guy going to attack now? Because now I'm very, very confused on what this fight looks like. I'm not going to use that either. So he just still does random attacks. Okay, but it's just not going to change those random attacks. I'm with it. It's funky. And it's cool. Please, do 20 damage to you and remove everything from you. See, jaxing myself seems a little bit... seems a little dangerous on this one. We're sitting at 18 health. Let's not, you know, jump the gun too much here. The only problem is we are going to run into a scenario that if we end up in a position where he's doing like 30 damage, like this one right here, where it just like straight up kills us. I mean, we're very lucky because we're going to end up in a scenario where we just kill him. But, that could have been bad. I understand the scenario. Okay, Sundial. Kind of don't care. I'm going to go for the rest. I'm a little baby, and I'm not afraid to admit it. We'll go for some more fighting here. Get that millisecond pulsars out there. I don't know what, dude. I don't know what I'd be doing without that card, to be honest. This card consumes charge up, gain energy, and draw 2 cards. Can we force that to occur? We cannot force that to occur. So, you know what? We're good. We ain't taking damage, and we're rolling over 19 block to the next turn, which is fantastic. Everybody's vulnerable, so frig off. Give me... You're dead. Fair enough. Your buffs are gone. Fair enough. Binary star. 34 damage to you. Fair enough. Look, the burns don't matter. I could have discarded them. I realize that. That's my bad. I played fast and out of control. You're dead. When the deck works, it really works. But the problem is I barely even understand what the deck is doing. So that's a little bit of an issue for us. Now, Stone Calendar, I'm going to be real with you. We may try to just win this fight via Stone Calendar. Because this guy's going to be a real pain in the rear here. That was not what you wanted to do. You're a bit of an idiot, but that's okay. His buff is now gone, which is hilarious. That actually makes him completely worthless to us. I was thinking about just smoke bombing out of here. I'm going to save the smoke bomb just in case we run into like a real weird fight in that question mark room. Although we know that it's not going to... No, that's not true. That's not what that relic does. Okay, fair enough. What was that? 6 damage? Exhaust up to X+1 cards. Okay, dude. When you start getting into X+1 on cards and things like that, I have effectively stopped listening. Smack you for 50. If I have an opportunity to smack someone for 50, I smack for 50. Very easy. Okay, 21 damage to you. 14 damage to you. Exhaust. exhaust, exhaust, and we're good. We could just wait for Stone Calendar, and I'm like actually totally fine with that. I might as well hit him. But if we end up in a scenario where we can't get enough block, then it's a very, very easy scenario. Sadly, we're not going to have that situation anyway. We're just going to kill him. Okay. 7 damage to all enemies, then deal set. This is actually a good thing for us. And you may be like, Tyler, why take another card now? I also think that that's a fine thing to add. We ended up with a 19 card deck. Look, it's a little bit big. It's a little bit big. Time Eater, I'm actually not all that concerned about him. So what do we got here? I mean, this is 40 damage to all enemies. It's going to be free this turn. Except it's not. Except it is. It's 40 damage to all. I mean, like, still really good here. So I'm not going to be too mad. We're going to take a lot of damage off of this, though. We do have Fairy in a Bottle. Was that the right play on this turn? No. I want to make that very well known. It was not a good play in the slightest. Let's get this. This is going to body you. Charge up, and I will hit you. Puts us in a situation where we are pretty low on card play on this turn. But that's okay because you kind of have everything you want anyway. I had no idea if that was maybe going to remove the buff of his clock. That would have been hysterical for this guy to literally just never do anything of value. He is hitting for 42, which I'm not going to lie, is pretty rude. That was also pretty bad. 3 damage to all enemies is a waste of a card. So I think we need to Jax ourselves, which you might be like, Tyler, that is probably the dumbest thing you've ever done in your life. You're right. It might be the dumbest thing I've ever done, but clearly you've never watched my other playthroughs of games. Because that was pretty tame in terms of stupid things to do. I also think this is a turn where we don't want to do crap. We are very likely super dead. He's only doing 12 damage now, which, I mean, there's a lot of value to him only doing 12 damage. This is a very, very good card now. His next turn, he's going to buff up, which actually works out fine for us because we can't play any cards anyway. So you want to do something that benefits you next turn, which is exactly that. So he buffs up to 228. And now we're probably dead, but we're going to hope for the best. So he's down to 24. This is when you want to do this, and you want to make sure you get the extra block, because that's how you're going to stay alive. 15 damage to you. Fair enough. And then you actually just maybe killed yourself. You didn't, but you could have. I think you're dead now. Yeah, I mean, I would say that we are definitely dead now. But we're going to come back to life because of Fairy and Bottle. Never mind, because he hit again. Well, that was just rude. I feel like that deck actually did work a decent amount. I don't comprehend this character in the slightest. We might play as them again in another video. But thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out that mod for yourself, you can go find it. It's the MARISA mod by Flynn, Hell, Honor 257, and Samsara. Very fun. I had a good time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.